Well, our message today is entitled, Where is Timothy? And I don't know, who among you has friends named Timothy? Or Tim? Yeah, I have one. Tim, remember? I realize a lot of people, they want attention. They want, attention, they want to be recognized, they want to be noticed. Yesterday, me and my wife we watched a movie, Marosa. It's the one that Jacqueline Jose won as Best Actress in Cannes. It was good. It's worth watching. It's so real. What makes the movie great, it was so real. No? And after watching the movies, I called the driver and told him to pick us up already. Me and Rowie. I called Bettina to pick us up already. While walking in Festi, we decided to walk, blah, 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 looking at stuff. A man made a comment. He said, "I like your hair." I always wanted to have a hair like yours. Well, thanks. But I found it so strange. So strange of a comment. First of all, his hair is colored gold. But that's fashionable. That's a blonde hairstyle. It's kind of blonde. And I knew it was, I don't know, something was afoot. I was telling my wife this morning, I think that guy's a swindler. Really. I mean, he has that look and feel of, I'm going to befriend you and I'll rip you off your shirt. The thing is, a lot of people crave for that. They want affirmation, they want attention, they want compliment. And for some people, they would do anything to get that additional attention. What do? Well, they try to hang out with the right people, mga socialite. And when you hang out with socialite, chances are you will be in newspapers like the social section, and people say, "Oh, do that." Right? For other people, man, they're really shouting for attention. You see their belt buckles with a big LV. Right? They're like cool. I mean, when they walk like regular, right? Or a big letter H. You know what's letter H? Happy. For them, right? Their shoes are like LV, letter H, all that stuff. They would wear watches that, watches that cost what, 5 million? I saw a friend of mine. I tried to Google just to check. That's an expensive watch. You know, that watch in stainless steel cost about $1 million something. And his is solid gold. How much is that? Right? And you don't need that expensive watch to tell the time. Really, lately I haven't been wearing a watch. Because whenever I wear a watch, I take it out, I put it in the table in my office, and sometimes I forget. My son is abroad, and we told him, you have to wear a watch. It's difficult, you don't have a watch. And the thing there is, me and my wife was asking, whenever we see photos of him, is he still wearing the watch, or has he lost the watch? It's one of the things. So people, they want that. They want that affirmation. And some of them, how do they try to get attention? They go to Facebook. They go to Instagram. And they show to the world that, I'm worth following. Followers. My son Bambino has an Instagram account. And how many followers does he have?
9.
Nine.
Ang cute.
Nine and I don't know who they are, honestly. Yeah, some of them are probably nine. Tina has a Facebook. How many friends do you have on Facebook?
90.
Wow, a lot. And but you know, we're not a Facebook family or an Instagram family. And whenever my daughter would post, she would check how many people would like. Basically, there's average 0. It's a hit post when there's a 1. And that's right. Who cares, right? You know, I have a Facebook account with not my name and not my photo because I really don't want anybody. It's really meant for my family to see. Unfortunately, when I first started it, there's some friends who invited me, and I said yes, not realizing the culture of Facebook was kind of different. So some of them I unfriend them. I don't know. Would they know that? I don't know. They wouldn't? Oh, excellent. So I unfriended some of them because I really don't want my life to be publicized. But I do want to keep in touch. I do want to know what's happening with my relatives. But some people that they crave for that. I have 5,000 followers. Whew. I have 8,000 friends. Wow. Really? And you know, I would think these people, I think they're the really lonely type. You know, there's a saying that, I read this in Reader's Digest. Most people that are beautiful, most beautiful women, you know, grew up, and handsome guys, they grew up lonely. They're the loneliest people. That's why I didn't have a lonely childhood. Not true. No. But that's the thing they say, right? And the thing is, people, they want attention. But there's a problem. People that wants attention and they get attention, the question is that the right attention? Are you getting attention for the right reason? Or are you only collecting social climbers into the club? Right? Are you and secondly, are you yourself worthy to be emulated? You know, when you seek attention, or when you try to get affirmation, the problem is the people that affirms you are the wrong people. They affirm you for the wrong reason. On the flip side, is our life worthy to be affirmed? So there's two things there. Try to imagine now this. Try to imagine, again, if a person that affirms you is one of the guys in your 8,000 followers, does it really matter? Right? I don't know if you have heard of this. I just heard this from my son. Have you heard of Ask FM? No? That's a weird thing. It's you open an account. Sebastian, have you heard of Ask? So you open an account, like Bobby Cordon, right? And you have followers. The followers can ask you anything, and you wouldn't know who they are. Yeah, then you would post and you would get comments like blah 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 blah, right? All of these people, they just want attention. They want affirmation, and chances are they don't find it in their homes. That's always my premise. If the person is secure in their relationship, in the family, man, who cares about that? Because the most important affirmation that they would need and they should get is from their fathers and mothers. And if they can't find it there, they try to find it in artificial means. Now try to imagine if you get an affirmation from somebody that really matters, from somebody that's really important to you. I remember me in tennis, my mentor his name was Willie Hernandez. When he affirms, and he's very ruthless, he's a very ruthless teacher. But when he affirms me, it makes me really feel good. Right? Try to imagine that. A person that you really respect, you really admire the most, affirming you. That's a very powerful thing. That is something that a lot of people are deprived of. For parents, nowadays, especially, I hear a lot of parents, their excuse is, I'm not the type. My dad is not the type who affirms. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't. But a good affirmation would help boost a person's morale. Would help him strive during those difficult months or years. It will help them persevere with the right affirmation. And in our passage today, which is Philippians chapter 2, verse 19 to 24, we see here Paul affirming. Now we know for a fact that we think that Paul doesn't affirm people that are, he does not give commendations lightly. He does not offer empty praises. If you remember what happened to John Mark in Acts chapter 15, some of the disciples wanted John Mark to go with Paul on a missionary journey. Paul said, no, I will not allow him to join me. And the reason for that, Paul said, is because before, he has abandoned us. We were supposed to do a missionary work, and he did not join us. He abandoned us and he left us. Now Paul was unwilling. He was unwilling already to partner with him. So we know for a fact that Paul is a no-nonsense guy. What he means is what he says. Now think about how significant this statement is now. Paul commending and affirming Timothy. When somebody affirms, when somebody commends a person in public, what could be the effect? The effect is, one, positive. The person being commended will feel good, will feel encouraged. Sabi ko, will strive more. If I see my son having a hard time in school, but I see him really trying his best, I said, son, you know, I see you're giving your best. Just carry on. Just carry on. And those words would affirm him, would comfort him. And he would persevere. But there's another effect when a person is publicly affirmed or commended. The other effect is it challenges the other people in the congregation to follow suit. It's like saying, here's a guy that everybody should emulate. It's raising the bar higher. It's not being content in status quo. But a lot of times, people are afraid to commend or praise people because we're afraid, if I praise him, if I commend him, baka lumaki ulo. You know, I think that can only happen if you don't do it properly. And if it's really sincere, if it's really genuine, then I think it will really benefit him.